As the world-turned super couple, Jack and Carly have been in love for so long, and they've survived so much. It's hard to believe that they're actually getting ready to divorce. Recently, we sat down with the actors who portray them, Maura West and Michael Park, to get their take on the divorce and the storyline, and so much more, including how happy these two are for the opportunity to play something really dramatic.
No, we've been happy for
Carly
a long time.
should never, ever, ever be folding laundry in the living room, right?
And that's really where problems come.
There's only so many scenes that can be generated around, like,
happiness
putting toys away.
gives me nothing to play.
Right.
Happy is not... It's reality. Thank God I'm happy in my real domestic life.
I love
so I have enough of that.
conniving. I love it.
But to me as an actor, it's always much more interesting to want what you don't have, to want what you can't have, to fight for something, be scrappy and need.
I love
That's
this
much
interview
more,
so far.
It's a much more active journey than, oh, darling, shall I make you lunch?
I do. I appreciate our fights. I appreciate our differences. Jack and Carly's. I'm sorry, I'm speaking in like the first person here.
Yeah, no.
Jack and Carly's confrontations are pretty, they're down and dirty, and that's what I love about
They're dirty.
They are dirty.
Ooh,
Look at you. Look at how dirty you are. I'm sitting next to an
Did you
actress
watch them?
who should have a plethora of Emmys in her arsenal, but she does not. And that is just, you should have. You should have many, and
Do I look hurt?
I think it's my fault.
It may well be. There you go.
I think it is.
I don't feel bad about it. I have everything I want out of life. I honestly do. I cannot.
Lives, families, children, the whole bit. But I'm telling you, next year, we said this. Next year, we said you're getting the Emmy. You got to be.
Are you going to vote?
I'm an Academy member, actually.
Good. Then vote.
They were kind of.
I don't even need it. I'll have one. You know what? As soon as she gets one, then it'll be like mine as well. I can have it on weekends. We'll have joint custody.
Right?
We'll have joint custody.
No, I'll have visitation.
Okay.
We have them on tape.
Every second Christmas, I get them.
They were really intense scenes to do. I think in all the years that I've been working on the show, it's been a long time, and that was probably the toughest kind of 2 weeks that I've ever had.
That was
not just that day, which was
It was the 2 weeks. It was exhausting. It was emotional.
Yeah.
It was emotional.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was, but and our spouses had to deal with all of this.
But my husband watched it, and he doesn't watch the show because he's busy. But he'll watch certain things that when he's helping me learn my lines or whatever, he'll say, I'd like to see that one. You let me watch that. And he's an excellent judge of me because he knows every single trick that I throw. He knows every time I'm faking it. Cut!
Wait, she didn't mean that.
You know what I mean.
I was going to say that holds true for my wife.
Every actor has their little bag of tricks. And he knows when I'm pulling out one of those tricks, as opposed to being genuine. And so he watched it. And
the writing, not in 9-10 years that I've been on the show, has the writing been that good?
That consistently.
And look what you did with the person I love. You put yourself in jeopardy. You risked your probation, and you put yourself in a position to be yanked away from me and the kids and put in jail for years. Did you think about that? Did you think about what would happen to me and Parker and JJ and Sage? Did you think how it would feel for me to lose you? To feel the same pain and emptiness that you felt when I went off that bridge?
I never thought.
No, that's a problem! You never think.
It was tough because I had never expressed that kind of emotion on screen before. So
I don't think ever, even in reality, he's ever done that.
I'm about to again. I'm about to right now. That hurt. Yeah, thank you. I'm not low-key.
Who are you watching play golf?
I am a complete...
Because you're suicidal.
Spaz. But no, it was tough to let that go, and I found myself...
It's not really that tough to let it go, and it
no,
is
it was for me because it was the first time I had really gone there, and so it was... I understand that
you performed surgery and saved someone's life.
Let me tell you something. It felt like I was the surgeon.
Exactly, that's right.
That was the important point of
and
the
that's
scene.
where we wanted to get.
And that's what Grant Alexander wanted when he directed those scenes as well.
It's a different breakup. There's a finality to it, which is that
I think
they're done.
Yes, Grant.
I think they're really done this time, and that's what you wanted.
Grant directed those. And we were, I'm going to be honest, we were kind of taken aback by the fact that he was going to jump in as basically the first time.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I was. I was a little. I'm sorry. I'm not. Don't forget it. I'm not going to.
Taken aback's the wrong phrase. No, I knew very well who he was, of course, and I trusted him from the get-go. I think you did too.
I'm not saying a word now.
Right. Cut.
No, it was. I was a little apprehensive.
Apprehensive is different than taken aback. I just want to be clear about the language.
See, now they got to cut all the taken aback thing again. Okay, I'm trying to start a new thing.
This is the web. We're going to run the whole thing.
Okay, guys.
No, you're not. You're not running the whole thing.
The web can run the whole thing. We don't have to censor.
No.
TV will cut. We'll edit. No.
Me. It's been a long flight and a lot of Red Bulls. Okay?
Anyway, go ahead and talk about how you're apprehensive, not taken aback.
Well, better question. To me, I was going to ask you.
You understand what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
She's a woman. She knows.
The favorite moment for me was when Jack and Carly first fell in love. When we first realized that they could not live without each other.
Yeah.
And I believe that was the aftermath of Teague's Cabin.
Right.
We were fighting it for so long, and then we finally gave in. That's for me. I don't know. I mean, that's been a kind of like that's a question that I've been answering for the last couple of weeks. I just want there to be some kind of like.
But I think you're right, though. I think that as an actor, from an actor's perspective, those are probably the most satisfying. What we just did in the last 2 months.
Yes.
As an actor, but as sort of a fan of the show and liking the juice of a soap opera, my favorite is the passionate falling in love.
It's always easy to pick the last thing you did as the favorite thing that you've ever done.
And I did all that great stuff with Larry Brigman, which was just
the
awesome.
Turkey baster.
I stole so much
to be that turkey baster,
acting
folks.
stuff from him.
But it wasn't just drama on their minds. These two are hysterical.
I don't love him.
You're going to go to church and you're going to confess.
Is that Scientology church up there?
That's not a Scientology church across the way. No. This is our.
I know you're married to other people. No. Yes. Oh.
You're dead. You're done, sister. You're done. We're completely. You're a lot of fun.
However, though, yes, we do love each other. Can I say that seriously? I do love him. I'm not joking anymore, honey. I love you. I do.
I love you. I love you too. I do.
That was such a brief little blip.
Yeah, that was.
That was like a contrived day.
I thought they were going to
That was really weird.
Draw that out a little bit.
No, clearly
more.
Jack knew that Carly didn't write that.
I know, and I didn't know why I had to play it.
Yeah. But don't it look great on that cover?
She really does.
Let's be honest.
You look amazing on the cover, but speaking of.
Can I tell a funny story about this? I was at a very, very large book chain store. Can I say what it is? It's Borders. In Connecticut. I think it was Westport, Connecticut, or Norwalk somewhere. And I went in, and it was on the 20% off table. And if you were the book guy, and you were putting the 20% off sticker on the book, where would you put it?
I'd probably put it right here. I've seen it as a Worldturner.
No. Whose face would you cover?
Right there.
Right over my face. I thought after losing all these Emmys, I had learned humility. I have learned humility. But when I went into that bookstore and my face was covered with a big red 20%.
I wish I could complain, but this isn't. Hey, listen.
I'm done.
At least you can say you're on not one but two book covers, correct?
Yes, I am on two book covers.
You are on two book covers. The 40th anniversary of As the World Turns. Yes. You had been on the show for a minute and a half, and they put you on the cover.
They were right.
40th anniversary.
Some
cover.
people, they know what they're doing.
Maura, can I assume from what he's saying he's not on the cover of any book?
I'm on the cover of
Jack.
A miscellany. I'm not on the cover of anything. I'm on the cover of Smokey Joe's Cafe CD cover. How about that?
Oh, well, that's the cover of something, honey.
Yeah.
That's the cover of something nice. It's not F.
And I actually won an award for that.
And you're right, Michael, I haven't won an award.
I'm sorry.
I have a couple trophies. I was a good softball player. I have my trophies.
It's Maura's birthday today.
It's my birthday.
And she's glowing. And she's without her family on her birthday. And it's sad. And
I'm not sad.
I'm sad for you.
Yeah, but this is so rare that we're asked to travel away from our homes and family that you can't begrudge it and you can't say no. kind of do it with a smile because, I mean, we're never asked to do stuff like this. And it's a treat, and it's a treat for us.
We kind of pride ourselves on being team players as well, because this isn't about.
And it's our show. We've both been here for a long time.
This is our family. Our
show.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, right on.
Do you see you two getting back together?
I don't think Carly is gonna want Jack back really after a while. If they stay apart too long.
What I as a fan of the show and as an actor would like is that if they didn't.
Right.
It would be very different in daytime to really prolong it and to say some good relationships where people love each other fail, and that's truth and that's reality. We all know couples that love each other, but it does not work.
And that's basically what Jack is saying.
And that's there's a reality and a truth in that, and the longer that we can do that and maintain that, I would like. With the longing, though, because that's important, too. I don't want to just go separate ways and forget that these people exist on the same plane.
You almost hit me with that. You almost hit me with that.
With my huge diamond?
Diamond, yes. You almost smacked me right in the head. But wait a minute. But I think, Jack and Carly have to get back together, right?
Eventually.
We have to get back together.
Eventually.
But the only way this breakup. Number 3 on the New York Times bestseller list, by the way. The only way for this breakup not to be like any of the other breakups is to prolong it. Is to make it as.
And then it's not like a daytime joke.
Right.
Then it's not.
It's
super couple broke up.
We have some pretty intelligent fans, and they're kind of getting tired of the back and forth too. So I'm with them.
Right on.
I think Jack and Carly should be broken up for a while. Jack, if Jack wants,
I'd like to sow my oats, Alan, if you don't mind me saying.
Oats.
No,
Alan,
I don't know.
what are you doing for the next 6 months? She said you were cute before.
I'm sorry, I'm on a different team.
How do you feel about Jack?
I could probably get traded, but I don't know. And then come up with that in the
Oh, those.
I like all sorts of guys. I mean, I could go. I mean, anybody that's on the show, I would.
Here we go. Now she's going to offend me.
No, I'm talking about Carly
now. She's going to offend me.
No,
but
in reality, I'm completely
Carly,
spoken for.
She's going to offend me. Go ahead.
No,
list them.
As an actress, Michael.
I understand. As an actress.
As an actress, I would love to.
How many times has she said that in this interview?
Well, it's the truth. It's not personal. It's not about you.
I understand.
I love you.
I'm not saying I love you.
As an actress, I would love to experience working with all sorts of people. Does that offend?
Absolutely not.
Anybody. I'll play with anybody. I love it. I love men. I love all men and women. I love everybody. Scott.
Okay. Now that's a good story. That's a good story.
Julia.
She's been turned off by Jack so many times. Just completely turned off by Jack that she bats for the other.
It happened.
Yes. Jessica is free. Jessica's very intelligent. They're in the same kind of field, I guess. The whole DA thing. Yeah. I don't think she is lonely. She has a little bit. It's groundbreaking. It'll be groundbreaking. Nancy Hughes is available. That would be groundbreaking. Nancy Hughes is available. She's a beautiful lady.
She's married.
She is to who?
Her husband died. She didn't divorce him.
Yes, but doesn't mean she... Oh, okay.
Different.
Yes. I don't know. You name it. You name the person. I have no idea. I don't think there's anyone...
She's your cousin.
She's my cousin, but that would be interesting to explore.
I think... We both agree on Marie Wilson. How much do we love her?
She is... She's a great person. What a great addition to our show.
She's a dreamboat. Have you ever talked to her?
She's just wonderful. She's a wonderful person.
Sweetheart
she knows
of a girl.
her stuff.
She's so gorgeous.
Completely competent. Oh yeah, it's great.
I love working with everybody. It's always fun. New people.
I don't know. There isn't anyone right now on the show that not that I've thought of. Maybe that
Lily.
might be
Cousin's wife. That might be good.
That can't happen. They'll never do that.
It's so interesting to think about. what would happen, because all of us that have been on the show for so long, we're like, we truly are like really family. Like Michael is the godfather of John's daughter
John and Kelly's daughter.
So when we think about, okay, Jack and Emily, it's like Kelly. We just like,
and I realized,
like a family.
as an actor, I realized.
Are you mocking me?
It would be
You're pathetic. You don't know what it is to be an actor.
It would be. Yeah, it would be. No, it's not.
It sounds kind of hot.
As long as he's watching. But this is so bad. We can't.
No, the sick part is we're going to air all of it.
Folks, come on. I just hope everyone knows that we are completely joking.